All right, what a glorious, glorious day if you are in the real estate market, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a loan officer, if you're a home buyer, even if you're a home seller. It's been a glorious, glorious week. Yesterday, the Fed came out and announced 3 rate cuts in 2024, and we're already seeing mortgage lenders dropping rates. So again, S&P is almost at an all-time high. Dow Jones almost at an all-time high. Looks like we're in the beginning of a bull market, but keeping our focus on real estate and mortgages. When the Fed came out and announced they're going to do 3 rate cuts in 2024, immediately the banks dropped mortgage rates 80 basis points. And then today, again, mortgage lenders dropped rates 40 basis points. So just since the Fed came out and announced the rate cuts, we've had 120 point basis cut on mortgage rates. And again, even though the Fed is going to cut rates next year in 2024, the markets are always forward looking, 6 months or a year. So mortgage lenders automatically just start cutting rates now. Just to give you some perspective on how much rates went down just over the last couple of days and really over the last 2 months. 2 months ago, we peaked having a mortgage rate of around 8%. Today, after the announcement by the Fed, rates dropped to 6.5%. So we went from 8% to 6.5%. Just to give you an idea of how much that affects your monthly mortgage payment. So if you had a $500,000 mortgage, at 8%, you're looking at a payment of $36.68. At 6.5%, you're looking at a mortgage payment of $31.60. That's $500 a month. So you're saving $500 a month today versus 2 months ago. If you look at it another way, let's say you qualified for a $500,000 mortgage 2 months ago. Now you might qualify for $600,000 mortgage. So again, this is why if you watch my last video, I'm predicting a boom in real estate prices in 2024. And it's very simple math. If you can afford a higher payment and your mortgage is lower, there's going to be more competition, there's going to be more buyers, and they're going to bid the prices of homes up. And the chart we're looking at, this is the main culprit. I mean, this is the reason home values went up this year over the last 12 months. And just imagine how much higher home prices will go if rates drop. We're already at 6.5. All right, just think about that, guys. So next year, we're going to see rates in the 5% range, of 5%, okay? And who knows, maybe we drop into the 4s. It's possible. I mean, just in 2 months, we went from 8 to 6.5, okay? So for us to go from 6.5 to 5, right, which is exactly what we did over the last 2 months, over the next 12 months, it's not unrealistic at all. We could totally see rates with a 4 in the front, possibly. So again, as I said, the housing inventory, this is the main issue we have, okay? So a lot of people over the last year or two, since rates went up, have been stuck in their homes. They're stuck because they have a 2.5%, 3% mortgage, and they don't want to sell that home, trade that for a 7%. There's a 7 or 8% even. There's a lot of people who are backed up, right? So families 2-3 years ago, maybe they didn't have kids. Maybe they had 1 kid. Now they got 2 or 3 kids, right? So you need a bigger house. Those people have been putting off selling their home. Again, because they don't want to give up that rate. On the flip side, you have empty nesters, right? Kids have moved out. You got a big old house. You got a 4 or 5 bedroom house and no kids. You don't need that much house. But again, because you're locked in at 2-3%, you don't want to sell. So both of these people have been putting off selling their homes. Well, here's what's going to happen. We're going to start seeing a lot more activity picking up. And that's why I said, if you're a real estate agent, you're a loan officer, you are excited this week because the prospect of more buyers and more sellers coming onto the market is very exciting. The last 2 years have sucked. We're going to have more transactions, right? We're going to have more people selling. We're going to have more people buying. People are going to be able to qualify for more. And sellers are going to now be okay with selling their home because they're okay with switching from, let's say you had a 3% and you go from a 3% to 4.75. It's much easier to digest, right? So I sell my 3% home. I get the home I really want that really fits my needs. Yes, I'm paying 4.75 versus 3, but the gap is not that big. A year ago, or over the past 2 years, going from 3% to 8% is too big of a jump, right? Payment wise, it just doesn't make financial sense. It just doesn't make sense at all. So as rates come down, we're going to see more activity. But again, if we look at this chart, this is the main issue we have and why home prices keep going up. So in both of these scenarios, even though you have someone selling, right, because they're an empty nester, or selling because they have a growing family, they're selling a house, but then they're buying another one, right? So you sell one, buy one. That's not more new inventory on the market, right? They're just, it's a net even, right? It's a wash. The problem is we need more new houses being built. We need more developments. We need more single family housing. And as you can see, if we look back in 2018, November 2018, there were 1.272 homes for sale. Today, we only have 750,000. Guys, that's a 500,000 less houses on the market. And again, I don't need to tell you this. It's very simple supply and demand. Anyone watching this video, I know you understand this. It's very simple. You got too little supply and demand keeps going up, especially as rates come down. You're going to see home prices explode in 2024. That's my prediction. Rates we've had in 20 years, we saw home prices go up 4%. Now you drop rates into the 5% range, low 5% range. I'm expecting at least 6 to 8% appreciation in home prices and a lot more activity coming in 2024. So if you found any value, please click like and subscribe, share with a friend, and follow for more real estate and mortgage news. See you guys.